Real Virginia is proudly produced by the Virginia Farm Bureau Federation. Since 1926, Farm Bureau has been working to preserve Virginia farms and our rural heritage. Visit our website at vafb.com.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Real Virginia, a show about Virginia agriculture and the people who produce the wonderful local products we enjoy. Brought to you by the Virginia Farm Bureau. Consumers are flocking to Virginia strawberry patches this spring. It's time to harvest garlic that was planted last fall. And we learn how Northumberland County farmers and watermen contribute to their community.
Home will always be Virginia, between the Blue Ridge and Chesterfield Bay, Atlantic to Appalachia, home in my heart always.
Welcome back to Real Virginia, everyone. We're coming to you this week from Chesterfield Berry Farm in Chesterfield County, Virginia. Ricky Gibson reports plenty of red ripe fruit is being picked across the state, even during a pandemic.
Pick Your Own farm operators are reporting a strong demand for all local foods this spring. And one of the favorites, as always, are fresh strawberries. New social distancing guidelines require fresh fruit containers for every customer, hand washing stations, face masks, and working every other row.
I loved hanging out with my family, and I realized that we need to wash our hands and keep our masks on, but it was just fun to get out of the house and do something nice with my family.
How many did you eat?
More than I picked.
We don't have any problem coming out here today. I think they've done a great job of having sanitation stations so that you know that everybody is washing their hands, and you're out in the open, you can maintain your distance away from people, and it's still a great thing for the kids to do.
Demand for Pick Your Own strawberries is strong, but like everything else this year, things have changed in the strawberry patch. Some growers are holding lotteries to determine who gets to go picking on which day. Others are focusing solely on Pick Your Own fruit instead of other agritourism activities.
Normally we don't let people drive to the field, we use wagons, but we fixed the road so everybody could drive in their own vehicle to the field and park right near the field. That was one of the biggest changes, and of course we can't do, we used to have fun activities for the kids and everything, but that's out of the question right now.
We're allowing Pick Your Own only by appointment. So folks are going onto our website the day before, and we're allowing a couple of groups in every 10 minutes. That way we can spread folks out through the day. And then we're socially distancing in the patch by starting out, we bring folks in and put them on every other bed to pick.
Strawberry growers across the state have plenty of customers. Yankee has both Pick Your Own berries and other farm produce and fresh beef. He can't keep up with the demand as consumers look for local supplies of their favorite foods.
We've got some beef cattle, some steers that we've just finished, and I normally have to work fairly hard to get them all sold, and I didn't do anything this year. They were all sold without even having to work. And we've got some feeder pigs that'll go later in the summer, and our biggest obstacle on that side of things is getting kill dates at the local meat plants because they're just overwhelmed as well.
Now that Virginia berry growers have implemented new social distancing guidelines, many expect customers will have to follow them for at least most of this growing season.
We're prepared to do this all the way through strawberry season, which we don't know. We never know how long strawberry season is going to last. Last year it went into July, and I hope it does this year. But we're prepared to do this all the way through. We just hope things get back to normal for our fall season, where we can do the wagon rides and activities.
Strawberry season in Virginia typically runs until early summer, or when the weather turns too hot for the berries to thrive. That's followed by blueberry, blackberry, and raspberry season, and then summer fruits like peaches and apples. Pick Your Own producers are hoping for a great season and asking folks to follow social distancing guidelines as long as they're needed. In Chesterfield County, Virginia, I'm Ricky Gibson reporting.
While strawberries were used for medicine in ancient Rome, modern strawberries have their roots in the Old Dominion. Virginia berries were sent back to Europe from the colony in the 17th century and bred with European and South American cultivars to develop some of the ancestors of the modern strawberry. In the 1920s, strawberries were raised on Virginia beach fields, picked and shipped by rail to New York City, where they were a popular dessert. Today, strawberries are one of Virginia's top pick-your-own crops, raised on almost 300 farms. Almost all Virginia strawberries are sold right to the consumer instead of in grocery stores.
Hi, today we're going to be talking about growing garlic from the ground up. Please stay tuned.
We're stronger together, especially at this difficult time. For over 90 years, we've watched our membership grow, and we're honored to be part of such a special community. Thank you to the farmers who provide for us every day. Virginia Farm Bureau is proud to serve our members, their families, and to give back to our local communities. That's the Farm Bureau way.
If you planted garlic last fall, it's time to harvest it. Chris Mullins with Virginia Cooperative Extension visits Fauquier Education Farm to see how it's done, from the ground up.
Well, hi and welcome. Today we're at Fauquier Education Farm. We're here with Mr. Jim Hankins, the executive director here. Jim, you've got a lot of things this kind of going into late spring right now, still growing here, but you've got something that's really growing well. What have you got here?
This is a little demonstration of a couple different varieties of hardneck garlic. We planted them last fall, mid-September or so. As you said, you know, it's mid-spring right now. These have not fully matured yet. That won't happen until about June or July. But these garlic, it's just such a great crop. It's so healthy. Yeah. You know, deer don't bother them. We don't have any major insect pests that are a problem. And, you know, who doesn't like garlic in their diet?
Oh, that's exactly right. I love that. Without too many insect disease and pest pressure, that's great.
We paid $18 a pound for the seed garlic that went in, but it is an extremely easy crop to hold back some yourself to replant. You pay up front one time, and then you've got a stock of garlic that should last you for the rest of your life.
Where can you find this hardneck garlic?
Most of the larger seed companies, you know, we get them from an outfit up in Maine, but, you know, and you want to start looking in late summer, because if you're waiting until September, most places will be sold out. One of the really beautiful things about this garlic is you're going to get two crops from it. Okay. You know, you're going to get the bulbs in the, you know, early summer, right, and you can take those and dry them and store them for the rest of the year. But right now they're just starting to form these garlic scapes. And a garlic scape is the flower stalk that comes up. You want to cut that and to remove it off of the plant, because then the plant will put more energy. Like I said, these bulbs will be much bigger. Sure. But eat that garlic scape. Oh. It's just going to be a central stalk that comes up. It'll even get a cute little pigtail curl to it. Okay. And you can chop them up. You know, I've had pickled garlic scapes, which were literally the very best thing I've ever put in my mouth.
Wow, that's great.
We have three different varieties here. This is a real standard German extra hardy, German white. Then there are Russian red, or the real nice tall ones. And then up at the end of the row, there's a variety called Georgia Fire that I'd never planted before. Always got to experiment with something new.
Good, good, good. And so when would you know how to harvest, and how would you harvest these?
Well, garlic is, you know, like so many crops, it's color coded. It will tell you. You'll see the tops of the plants really start to turn yellow. Okay. And once you've gotten about a third of the plant really yellow and dry, then all you have to do, it's just like an onion. They put up a little bit of a fight. Oh, yeah. You just pull them on up. Okay. I will take these and hang them in the barn. I'll tie them up into bundles, let them dry, and again, by that point in time, that bulb will be a lot bigger.
Right.
And then once they're dry, the outer layer will flake off, take all the dirt, and you've got something that can store for months.
It's great. I think this is a good one for a home gardener.
Absolutely. Oh, there are a whole lot of people that are happy garlic growers, and it is so appreciated by so many folks.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much, Jim, for letting us come out and talk about garlic today.
Anytime.
Well, for more information about growing garlic, contact your local county extension office and talk to a master gardener. From the Ground Up, I'm Chris Mullins. We'll see you next time.
From the Ground Up is presented with the generous advice and assistance of Virginia Cooperative Extension. Visit their website at ext.vt.edu.
Hi, Chef Tammy Brawley. Coming up, we've got a black garlic sauce pasta recipe and grilled pizza. Join us for Heart of the Home.
And now, a sneak peek into a day in the life of a Virginia dairy cow. They get their day started. They have some lunch. Get some exercise. Spend time with their friends. And then end their day with dairy sweet dreams. Real dairy, real life, real delicious.
Pizza is always a favorite in my house. Chef Tammy Brawley heads outdoors to prepare a special type of pizza with fresh garlic in the heart of the home.
Hi, I'm Chef Tammy Brawley. Welcome to Virginia Heart of the Home, our special outdoor series. Today we're going to be doing some work with some garlic. I absolutely love these kinds of recipes. I'm going to turn you guys onto something you may not know anything about, and that is black garlic. Black garlic is garlic that has been warmed in a rice cooker or a crock pot for actually about 10 to 14 days, believe it or not. It ferments and turns a nice black color. One of the recipes we're going to do for you today is a black garlic pasta with a delicious sauce. But we're going to start with my favorite pizza, which is a white pizza. You get some pre-made pizza dough here. We're going to go ahead and turn our grill pan on too, because we're actually going to grill this. Make sure we got some heat here. All right, so while that's warming up, we've got some nice fresh pizza dough here. Pizza dough is very easy to make as well. Lots of recipes out there. They're all basic and simple. But get yourself whatever size pizza you like. I like the personal pan pizzas, especially if you've got a group of people coming over. Everybody can have their own topping, what they would like. Got a little bit of flour on some parchment paper. I'm going to do a little non-stick spray on that for us. Now when you do your own pizza dough or you roll out your own dough, remember it can be somewhat rustic. It does not have to be a perfect circle. Nothing's perfect in the chef world. Right onto the grill pan as you saw me place it. Now I've got some fresh mozzarella here, and I've got some fresh basil, and I've got some sliced garlic. We'll be working with the black garlic in a few minutes. So I like to take the basil and just do kind of some chiffonade, a little rough chop on it. We can check our pizza dough. I see the smoke, so that's good. Oh yeah, just about ready there. We're going to grill both sides of that dough, and we're going to be putting some olive oil on it in a few moments. I actually don't care for a red sauce. I like to do a little olive oil on my pizza. Get that olive oil moved around a little bit on there. Oh, this is looking really good. Maybe put a little salt on it. All right, now we've got some garlic slices here. I just don't think you can get enough garlic most times. And now we're going to put some fresh mozzarella cheese on that. Pinch off a few pieces here. All right, now while that's grilling on that side, if you've got a lid, this is actually a pizza pan lid, believe it or not, but if you have just any kind of lid that covers your pan, put it on top like that. And the reason we're doing that is so that helps that cheese melt. All right, I'm gonna give that a couple of minutes. All right, so we're warming up our olive oil for our black garlic recipe. We're gonna toss in a few sliced shallots. Shallots are kind of a combination of a garlic and an onion. Not really garlic, I guess, but anyway, if you've got a red onion and you don't have a shallot, that's okay. Go ahead and use the red onion. We're going to move those shallots around. They're starting to get brown a little, so I'm going to turn the heat down just a bit. And now we're going to come back to our black garlic. It's got the peels on it just like regular garlic does. Turn that heat off while we get a little garlic prepared. Peel the skins off. So we've got some nice sticky black garlic we're going to add to our shallots in hot olive oil. So once the shallots have softened and the garlic has flavored the oil a little bit, you can come back with some white wine. So the white wine is reducing down a little bit with the olive oil and the garlic and the shallots. We're going to come back with a little bit of butter. I want to whisk that in, get that nice and combined. And now you want to have some already ready cooked pasta. Toss that in there. Mix that up with that nice delicious sauce. One of the best and easiest recipes to do. Have yourself a serving dish ready. Make sure you get some of that black garlic on that top of that pasta for your guests to see how pretty that is. But there you have it. You have a black garlic pasta with quite a simple little sauce there. So now let's check that pizza that we were working on. Oh, looks good. Look at this delicious. Pizza has actually, the cheese is melted. Pull that right off the grill pan. It's okay, I've lifted a few hot things. So we've got it waiting on our cutting board, and we're going to toss that with the top of with a little bit of fresh basil. I could have put the basil on before I put it on for the cheese to melt, but I like to add that basil at the end because I think you get much more of a better flavor. In fact, I think I'll even toss that pasta with a little bit of basil. So there you have it, guys. We've got some delicious garlic recipes. I highly recommend you seek out black garlic and try it. It makes a delicious sauce, as you just saw me do. And then we're going to actually cut up a little crusty bread. This is some nice local bread from Idle Hands in the Fan here in Richmond. Put that with the pasta. And there you have it. This is Virginia Heart of the Home. Thank you very much for joining us, and we hope you'll see us again.
Recipes from the Heart of the Home can be found on the Virginia Farm Bureau website at vafb.com, as well as on Chef Tammy Brawley's website, greenkitchenrichmond.com.
Garlic is raised on 212 Virginia farms and is sold almost exclusively at farmers markets and directly to consumers. Part of the onion family, garlic is considered a vegetable and is an essential ingredient in many different cuisines around the world. The one challenge for most home garlic growers is it can take 9 months to mature, so you have to work ahead. Garlic grows best when it's planted in the fall and overwinters in the garden. It's so popular that one of Virginia's largest outdoor food festivals features garlic every fall, the Virginia Wine and Garlic Festival at Rebecca Vineyards in Amherst County.
Northumberland County is an agricultural paradise. In this week's County Agricultural Close-Up, Burke Moeller explores how important farming is to this community.
Situated on the Chesapeake Bay between the Potomac and Rappahannock Rivers, Northumberland County is part of Virginia's Northern Neck region. The county was created by the Virginia General Assembly in 1648 and is named after Northumberland County in northern England.
So here in Northumberland County, the majority of agricultural production consists of row crop farming. So that's, for most farmers, a rotation of corn, soybeans, and wheat. Back to back over a period of several years. We do have some other agricultural production. There's a little bit of livestock production, as well as some specialty crops such as our malting barley that a lot of producers are producing, as well as some vegetable production here in the county.
Farmers here are known for their high-yield row crops. Alan Welsh has been Virginia's top wheat producer for the last several years.
And then we use some chicken litter on it also now, but it's just a good type of soil, good holding capacity soil. It's just good organic matter that it's holding on to.
Northumberland County has a total of 134 farms on more than 43,480 acres. The market value of all agricultural products raised here is $20,052,000. Row crops like corn, soybeans, and wheat are the big players, accounting for 86% of all farm income. Livestock, poultry, and other products account for the remaining 14%.
We have some very forward-thinking farmers who are working very hard to stay on top, stay on the forefront of technology in order to maintain the yield and quality of the crops that they're producing.
While the principles of raising a crop without plowing have been around for decades, no-till farming is one of those innovations that has led to higher yields and a healthier environment.
To eliminate any nutrients or any soil leaving horizontally. So now what we have to do is take care of the nutrients going vertically in the soil zone, so we're able to do that with no-till. And it's just been a real nice enhancement for us.
Wheat, corn, and soybeans are the mainstays in Northumberland County, but new crops are also in demand.
I think you'll see more specialty crops, and what I mean that, like a malted barley, that a lot of breweries are coming online in Virginia, and other areas like that we're seeing specialties in wheats also, and rye.
With miles of shoreline, aquaculture is a big part of the farm community here as well.
As you can see behind me, this is the Potomac River. We're standing here on Walnut Point. Right on the other side of where we're standing right now is the Cone River. So there's a lot of aquaculture that goes on around here. A number of the folks that live on the Northern Neck and in Northumberland County are watermen, so they subside on fishing, crabbing, oystering. Here on the Cone River, Cowart Seafood has their headquarters located on the Cone. There's a number of oyster cages raising oysters here on the Cone River.
Aquaculture in this county is getting bigger and bigger all the time. We've actually got probably 4 or 5 big farms around here between Little Wicomico and Great Wicomico.
Richard Harding is a third-generation waterman working the Little Wicomico River to the mouth of the Potomac. He's proof that there's a living to be made raising oysters.
We employ a lot of summer kids, and because the business picks up in the summertime, some college kids and high school kids, as you see floating around here now. Yeah, it's becoming, I would say the last 10 years, it's really grown dramatically here in this county.
Aquaculture accounts for $2,664,000 in sales in Northumberland County, making it the 6th largest aquaculture county in the Commonwealth. Harding says the special quality of the water makes a difference.
We're not real salty. We have a little salt and a little sweetness to it. Some people prefer a real salty oyster, but in this area we have a little bit of salt with a little bit of a sweet buttery taste, which is, to me, is a good taste in oyster. And this area, the central part of the bay, produces that flavor of an oyster. We're at the mouth of the Potomac meets the bay is right where we're at, and we have good water quality, so we've been raising oysters real well here.
The people of Northumberland County appreciate the benefits that working the land and water have provided them. They wouldn't have it any other way.
Can't get much more freedom than being self-employed and working on the water like we do. That is the ultimate definition of freedom, if you ask me. It's just beautiful work, and I love it. I'm excited to go to work every day.
In Northumberland County, Virginia, I'm Burke Moeller reporting.
We're so glad you could join us this week to celebrate all the bounty Virginia has to offer. From the kitchen to your home and garden to our beautiful wide open spaces, we are proud to say that this is Real Virginia. For everyone from the Virginia Farm Bureau, thanks for watching. Make it a great week.
Home will always be Virginia, between the Blue Ridge and Chesterfield Bay, Atlantic to Appalachia, home in my heart always.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay. Yeah. Hey Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.